This video builds on one of the key parts of organisation design, that is, the development of target operating models. My name is G, one of the two directors at Adesi Consulting, and I'm going to talk through our take and experience of developing target operating models, or TOMs. The video will go through what a TOM is and, importantly, what it is not, why developing one is important. We'll walk through a simplified process for creating a TOM, very high level. I'll show you the expected outputs and end on what not to do. So, what is a TOM? It's a term that gets thrown around a lot. In essence, it's a statement or picture of how an organisation will be configured or set up in the future to better enable everyone to deliver the organisation's purpose and vision. It not only represents different components that describe an organisation's makeup, it also shows how these components need to work together. Rather than lots of detail, it's intended to provide direction and instruction to any improvement or change activity, such as service design, system upgrades, and people development programs, things like that. As a bonus, it also provides a means of communication, a visual representation of what the organisation wants to achieve, something that everyone can get behind and understand. It is not a new structure, something that TOM design is often wrongly used to create. It will not tell you how many people you need in each team, how many managers you need. It will only provide direction and instruction about how the organisation will function, how the different parts will need to work together, and provide an overview of what capabilities you'll need where. The detail, however, comes in implementation, when undertaking improvement initiatives such as process design or a demand and capacity analysis to figure out your resourcing requirements. Do not expect an organogram to come out at the end of this. A TOM is built around delivering your purpose for your customers, so setting things up to make the work that delivers this value easier for everyone to do. It therefore shows how you can better equip yourself to deliver services more effectively and more efficiently. Change is a funny thing. Everyone does it, but few can say it's been successful or as successful as they'd expected. It's often because the change activity is done in isolation and there is no clear destination that ties it all together. Enter a TOM. A good TOM will align all change activity and provide clarity on where it's all heading, the destination as well as how it all ties together. The right TOM can improve the customer experience, increase efficiency and staff satisfaction, and enable a more focused transformation program. So, onto the process of developing a new TOM. First things first, it's a long-term journey. A TOM in its entirety will take around 3 to 5 years to implement. Things will improve along the way, of course, but the destination is not around the corner. The design phase can be done quicker, but be ready to commit to the hard graft that all transformation is in reality. The first step is to really challenge what you want to achieve as an organisation, function, or team. What is your purpose? What is your vision? Question what you need to do well to achieve this vision and deliver this purpose. Usually this means introducing new services, weighting the effort and investment you put into things differently to how you have in the past, doing more activities that prevent your customers needing your services than providing the reactive services you might at the moment. Once your objectives are clear, you have to assess what is stopping you from achieving them now. What in your current setup is making it harder for you to deliver the services that add value? Working in silos, systems that take an age to change, internalised processes that don't think about the customers, etc., etc. This can be painful, but you need to do it so you can understand what needs to change and what it should look like. Then we can get into the design phase. Using our TOM model, we look at 8 different aspects of the operational setup. The degree of detail you need to explore in each will depend on your organisation, but it is important to look at the features within each of these aspects. Challenge yourselves against what others do. What is best practice, not just in your sector, but in the world? What can you learn from the best? What can you learn from how they deal with their different customers, the different types of demand, the different journeys that they have? How can the different features across the different aspects complement each other to create a new and improved operating model. We use this and knowledge of your current state to develop a few options of potential operating models. One usually presents itself as the best model for your organisation and situation, and the next step is to build in more detail under each of the aspects. Better understand how the features will look, how they will steer improvement activities such as process design, how it will all work together. Once this comes together, you need to identify the actions required to move from your current state, point A, to your desired state, point B. With this information, you can create a roadmap that, at a high level, outlines a journey from point A to point B, what needs to happen, loosely in what order, and over what time frame. You can only do this at a high level to begin with, but using this information, you can start to bring in subject matter experts such as IT or people services to create more detailed plans and what will ultimately become your transformation portfolio and the projects that sit within it. The main outputs of undertaking the development of a new TOM include an illustration of the new TOM. It's something that can be used to easily communicate it. This is of course backed up by a lot of narrative that explains the TOM in more detail. Unfortunately, I couldn't show you a TOM from another client, but here's one that I mocked up as a basic version. There's also the roadmap, which again is often illustrated so it can be used to communicate the journey, what needs to happen along that journey. And then there are the project mandates or project initiation documents that outline the work needed to achieve your desired state and form the basis of an aligned transformation program. I'll end on what not to do. Things that we've seen happen that ultimately waste time, effort, and money. Do not think that a new TOM is simply about restructuring or any other one aspect, such as system change. Do not think delivering a new TOM is a quick fix. Commit to the journey. There will be quick wins, but you'll find you're having to improve a lot more than you first thought you'd need to. Do not begin a big transformation effort when you don't have an idea of where that destination is and why you're heading there. Do something like the TOM first. And do not think that you can do this later. Every moment is time, effort, and money wasted operating in a setup that stops you achieving your vision. Act now.